Okay, so the first part of question 4 asks us to graph Abby, Brad and Charlie's equation on the same set of axes. So we're going to go ahead and do this on the calculator. So the first thing I'm going to do, as you can see I'm on the home screen, I'm going to go down to the bottom here where you see all those icons and go across to graphs, okay? And we're going to press enter. Alright, now if you remembered, in question 4, some of the information was that it wanted you to create the y-axis from 0 to 1000 and the x-axis from 0 to 10. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So once we're in our graph, we're going to go to Menu, 4, 1. You can see we're in window settings now. Now we need to make our x minimum 0 because it was 0 to 10. Great, x max is already at 10, so we can leave that. Scroll down to y minimum. Our y minimum was 0, okay? And they wanted our y maximum to be 1000. So go ahead and change that. From here, go down and press OK. Okay, so your graph's going to look like this. Obviously there's no lines on there yet because we haven't added in our graphs. Alright, to add in our graphs, this is what we need to do. I'm only going to show you how to do the first one, then you'll need to repeat this step for the other two equations, okay? So we're going to go to Menu 3, which is Graph Entry, and then 1, which is Function. Okay, and you can see up the top an F1 of X has come up. Now essentially, remember, F1 of X just means Y, okay? Again, I don't know why they do it, they just do, okay, to make it tricky. So F1 of X, now F1 is saying Y1, okay? So this is our first equation. This is Abby's equation, let's put this in. So Y equals 15X plus 100, okay? And all you do is press enter. Great, we've got our first line. From here, you're going to repeat that step by pressing Menu 3 and 1, and you're going to graph the next two equations. Okay, so I can show you how to do the next step. I've gone in and added all my equations in. Okay, as you can see, there's 3 different colored lines. All right, now you need to transfer this graph, okay, to a handwritten graph, okay? So we've got our y-axis here, we've got our x-axis here, and we've got obviously our lines for each of those equations. You're going to need to find the table of values, okay? Now I have shown you how to do this, but I'm going to refresh your memory, okay? Because we want a table of values so we can go ahead and plot some points, okay? Now we only want you to plot along the x-axis to 10, so you're only going to need 10 points for each equation. So what we're going to do is, to find a table of values for each of these lines, we're going to go Menu 7, so as you can see for table, and 1 for split screen table. As you can see, what comes up is our table of values. Okay, it starts at 1, we do want it to start at 0. So we've got 0, as you can see, our x values are here, and our y values for each graph are along that way. Okay, so example for the first one, when x is equal to 1, the corresponding y coordinate point is 115, okay? And if we scroll down, we can see. Now that blue one is Abby's graph, red one is Brad's graph, and the black one is Charlie's graph, okay? So to get those table of values, all you need is from 0 to 10, okay? And you can plot those points by hand.